Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second day of Transformers AI Hackathon. And I'm super happy to start to announce the second tutorial that we have here. It will be GPT-3 app tutorial with Fabian, which is our developer in LabLab.ai team. And here is Matthias, who is our co-founder. So guys, just enjoy, and I'm inviting Fabian to the stage. Fabian, hello. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for
Okay,
asking.
if you're ready to start, I'm sharing your screen, and stage is yours.
Yeah, so hello everyone. Thank you for joining today. Today we're gonna write a small little script that will help us to, let's say, communicate with our computer from natural language. So you will be able to create useful little scripts and execute them automatically. So I have prepared here the script that we're gonna write. So I'm gonna demo this to you real quick. So I will execute this Python script. And we will get asked what we want to do. So for example, what we can do now is create a new .txt file with hello written inside. You can execute this, and now in the background, this will get sent to OpenAI and to the Codex model especially. And now we will see what has been generated. And now we will automatically execute this. So is this what you wanted? And do you want to run it? I will type in yes. And now you can look on the left side. There's now this new hello.txt file with hello written inside. And there's also a lot more you can do with this. So basically there are endless possibilities. So for example, I will delete this file for now. You can see right here, there's this one folder that's called test1 and another folder that's called test2. So, and now I want to move basically all files from the test1 folder into the test2 folder. So now I can do something like, I want to move all files from folder test1 to folder test2. This. So this is the script that just got generated with the help of the Codex model. It's looking good, so I will execute it. Now you will see that the file has just been moved from test folder 1 to test 2. So yeah, that's working good. And yeah, so if you have any questions, I will read the Twitch chat, so feel free to ask anything. So yeah, so I will close this down for now, and then we can start with coding this ourselves. So I will start by just creating a new Python file. Let's call it transformers. And so let's make a plan first. First, we're gonna import a lot of libraries we will use. So we will import libraries. And we will write a function that takes in an input and generates the script for us with the help of the OpenAI Codex API. So function that generates a script. And then we will have something like a main method that just takes in the user input and then passes the user input to this function that generates the script. And also the main function will then execute what has been generated by Codex. So main method with input and execution of this generated script. Okay, so let's start on the top here. So I have already prepared this. So I will copy and paste some really important stuff, but we will go over them step by step. So import OS. This will be needed to load our OpenAI API key. I will show you what this is exactly in a second. And we will load the OpenAI library. This is an official library to work with the OpenAI API. And then we will need .env to load this this environment variable. Yeah, okay, so that's that. You can get your OpenAI key on the official OpenAI website. That's openai.com. And this is already the playground. So before you start coding with OpenAI's GPT-3, you can test your prompts here on this website. So for example, let's take the code model. So this is Codex, Code DaVinci 002. And there's already an example here. We're going to try something else. So we will try something like generate a function that adds two numbers. This is just to test and show you how you can actually use this OpenAI playground to test your ideas. Yeah, and you can already see there's a lot of stuff that's get generated. So this is actually the function we wanted. So that's looking good. Now the model actually goes on and generates more. So we have a subtraction function, multiply function, and everything. Yeah, and a lot of different stuff. But for now, we actually want to generate the script we can then execute. So we will try something like a Windows script that now we will actually already type in a use case, which later will get added dynamically. So for now, we will just say something like a Windows script that creates file, or creates a new .txt file. Let's test this really quick. Okay, so let's say a Python Windows script creates a new txt file. Now what we can do is we can guide the model into a direction with the help of this markdown stuff. So this in markdown basically means that there's a code segment, and the code segment also has a language. So here you can specify the language. I will delete this for now. And in order to stop the generation at a certain point, because if you would not do this, the model would just generate on and on and on, we can enter the stop sequence. So the stop sequence basically stops the generation when this sequence is generated. So I will add this for now, which is basically the counterpart of this opening markdown, you could say. And now we can actually start generating. So I will try this now. Okay, that didn't work. These are some options you can actually take. So I'm gonna increase this a little bit, increase the maximum length, add a little bit of these penalties here, and let's try this again. Yeah, now you can see it's actually a real Python script that gets generated. So this is a function. Yeah, and here a new file gets created if it does not exist already. So that's already working really good. And now something really powerful you can do here is you can actually view this code. And this is basically the code that you already, or with all the things you already added here. So you can basically just copy this. So I already have this, so I will not copy this. And also I also have these imports already, but I will just copy this for now. And let's get back to our editor here. So now the next step will be to create this function. Let's call it generate script. And this will also take an input. And all this function does is basically or generate the script with the help of the codex model. Yeah, so basically here are all different parameters, also how we adjusted them on the playground. But now something we will do is we want to dynamically say what gets generated. So I will delete this specific use case right here. So a script that, and then I will just delete all this. And now we will use the Python f string. So we can place a variable right here. We will just take the input. Now the inputs gets added dynamically to the string. Then this whole thing will get executed. And now the function returns the generated script. So the response, you have to get the response dot choices at place 0 dot text. And now we can already try this in order to check if everything is working how we want it to work. So we will just call generate script right here. With an input, create a new file, or let's say create a new .txt file. Or let's better say create a new empty txt file. And then we want to basically just print out the response. So we want to print out whatever is returned right here. So in order to check if this is working, I will just execute the script right here. Okay, so I actually forgot to add the OpenAI key right here. So for this, we will need a .env file. In this env file, you can load this variable name right here. So I will add this right here, and then you can just specify the key like this. Now right here, you actually have to paste in your key. So I will do this off screen because this is something that you should not upload anywhere because this is your private key. So 1 second, please. You can actually find your keys right here on the website. Under API keys, you can go here to your account and just view API keys. I will just copy this API key right here. Then I think we can already close this. And now I will just paste in the API key here. Oh, I just added the API key here. And now we will try this again, and this should work now. Yeah, so you can see right here, there's a function that got generated, and the function just creates a new file with the name test.txt. So that's all working well. But now we actually want to have this user input here in the console. So what we can do in Python is just, we can say user input equals, and then we just call the input function like this. We will ask the user, what do you want to do? So I'm just going to delete this test right here. So now whatever input is given from the user gets saved into this variable. And now we can say something like, so now we will basically want to print out the generated script first, or yeah, let's actually generate the script first. So we will have the script right here. And now we actually want to print out the script before we execute it, because it might actually not have been perfect what has been generated. So we want to check the script before we execute it. We don't want to delete all files on our PC. So what we're actually going to do is just basically, yeah, we're just going to save this right here, and then we will print out the script so we can actually read it on the console. And now the next thing we're going to do is actually ask the user if they want to execute the script that they just generated. So Copilot is really helping here. So another input, do you want to execute the script? And then you can answer with basically yes or no. So yeah, if the answer is yes, then we can call this special function here in Python that's called execute or exec short. And basically this lets us execute a string as if it was code. So we could write something like this in here. For example, this. And then this would get executed as if it was normal code. So this is a really powerful, but also a little bit dangerous function. So use it with caution. But for now, we just want to execute the script we generated. And of course, after the script has after the script has executed, we just want to print out something like script executed. Of course, if the user says, I don't want to execute the script, it will print out script not executed. So I think this should be it already. Let me check. So we will get the user input with the question, what do you want to do? Then we will actually generate the script with our function we just wrote up here with the user input. Then we will print out the script so we can actually check if it's the one we need or want. Then we will get asked, do you want to execute the script? Yes or no? And if our answer is yes, then we will actually execute the script and print out script executed. So that's all looking good. So let's test this right now. I will execute the file. So what do we want to do? Let's say again, create a .txt file with hello, how are you inside? So this is what got generated. So we have actually a main function, and in the main function, we will create a new file, hello.txt. We will actually write hello, how are you inside, and then close the file again. So this is all looking good. Let's execute this. Execute it. And here's our hello.txt file with hello, how are you inside. And this is basically just one use case. You can get really creative with whatever you want to do. So you could also do something like sort files or delete all images in a folder or create a new folder or search in a folder. There's a lot of different things you can do. Just use with caution here because you should always check what gets executed first and then execute it. Yeah, but this can be really useful if you're doing a lot of different stuff on your PC and if you want to sort files, create new files, delete specific files, because this is not always really good in Windows. And this will probably help you to manage your files better. And yeah, so you can do a lot of awesome stuff with just 33 lines of code right here. And I hope this gets you a good idea how you can actually use this codex transformer model to create awesome applications. And yeah, I guess that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can actually find this project right now on GitHub. I will send the link here in the description. You can just download it from here and modify it to your needs. Yeah, and thank you for listening. So I just pasted the link into the chat. So if you're interested in this project, you can check it out on our LabLab.ai GitHub. You can also find a lot of different other examples right here. A lot of good stuff that helps you with different kinds of technologies. So for example, we have also another codex boilerplate here and really interesting stuff. You should really take a look at this if you're interested. Yeah, so thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun during our hackathon.
Thank you so much, Fabian, for this tutorial. And yes, we are very happy to have you here. And guys, if you will have some questions to Fabian or to our mentors, feel free to ask these questions in the channel or in your team channel. Just tag mentors. Thank you, Fabian, for being with us today. And guys, we'll back shortly to the with team interviews. So it will be at 5 p.m. Central European time. So see you later. And thank you, Fabian, again.
Yeah, see you later. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.